Perfection is back, baby, and it looks good at the very least. Listen people, if you've never played Metal Gear Solid 3 before, this is the perfect time to do so. However, I recommend doing so with a few warnings here. First, the accessibility is a bit fucked with this one. I'm talking no ultra-wide support, and although they tried to make this game as accessible as possible to the hardcore fans, by not just doing the third-person camera and controls, but also having the legacy camera angles and controls, as well as filters to make it more like the classic, hey, would you look at that? That's pretty neat. However, the controls don't work properly, and although it says hold to grab a guy, it doesn't mean that at all. Try doing the hold tactic and it'll ground pound these soldiers over and over again until you go into the settings, change it to the other option, and then change it back again. And then voila, it actually does what it's supposed to. Second, along with the resolution looking worse than it should be on my ultra wide monitor, the game is terrible performance. Listen, my PC is 10 plus years old and still running strong with every new game that comes out, on at least medium settings in the graphics options. However, the devs knew how limited the game would be, because the game is locked into either 30 or 60 FPS, and I swear to God, when you look at the far backgrounds and cutscenes, it is god-awful blurry, and it's also on the Unreal 5 engine, so take that with a grain of salt. And hey, I'm not one to hate on Unreal, but it's quite obvious, so I need to point that shit out, because that's blurry. Final complaint is that the controls are just as bad, if not worse, than the original. Now what does that mean? It means that you move terribly, straight up tank controls, people. You want to move an inch? Nah, you move a step and a bit. You want to move backwards? Well, your camera better be facing forward, otherwise the new backward is forward, which looks really funny when you're crawling, by the way. But now that I've ripped the band-aid off, I've got to say I'm having just as much fun as I did in my childrenhood, back when I was a children, and the games were great, and things were fun. There is a lot of story and cutscenes in this game. It's a Konami game. What did you expect? You should know this. And after those amazing cutscenes are done, you get to have fun in the sandbox, play around, mess things up as much as you want, have fun. Which basically means trying the stealth option several times, getting caught each and every time, save scumming, back to before you were caught, and then going on a rampage and slaughtering everyone. And I don't discriminate here, every soldier and crocodile is going to feel my wrath for that humiliation of failure. God, I love video games. This game looks beautiful as long as you don't mind the blurry edges, and the comedy and the action story mix is why I got into video games in the first place. Also, this was the first stealth focused video game I ever loved and enjoyed, and it's so great to just see them bring it back, try and remake it in the most faithful and best way possible, and I really appreciate that. I had an amazing time living out my younger days, while getting lectured on how to play the game all over again, of course. Which is actually really good. If you're a new player, you're going to be able to enjoy this one a lot. But alright, that's all the time I've got for this hit piece, people. Gears of War Reloaded came out at the exact same time for me, and there is no rest for the wicked. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go!